When you first start Unity, the demo project will automatically load. Angry Bots for this version. The welcome screen has several useful links that you may want to investigate at a later time. I'm going to turn off Show at Startup, and then I'll go ahead and close the startup screen. Let's start with a brief overview of the Unity editor. Unlike many of the button-heavy interfaces you may be used to, Unity's UI is fairly minimal. The Unity editor is made up of several tabbed windows called views. With the default layout, we can see the menu bar, toolbar, scene, hierarchy, project, and inspector views. We can also easily tab to the game view. This layout is referred to as the wide layout and is useful while the project is fairly small or for showing the contents of the scene view. On the right side of the screen, we've got the layout drop-down, and that'll allow us to go between the 2x3 layout and the wide layout. We'll be using both of those regularly throughout this series. The scene view is the graphical representation of the currently loaded scene. In Unity, a game or project may consist of several scenes, but only one can be active in the editor at any one time. You will be able to see 2D and 3D assets, as well as icons representing things like cameras and lights and other non-rendering scene objects. This is where you will be able to populate your game and arrange the environment. Besides navigating the view and positioning the assets, the scene view also has its own toolbar that controls how and what you will see and hear in the view. Tabbing to the game window, you will find the scene is viewed from, usually, the main camera. The game view is a runtime environment where you will be able to test your gameplay while still having access to its contents in the other views. You will only be able to interact with it during play mode. Close to the scene and game views, no matter which layout you are using, you will see the hierarchy view. It contains all of the game objects currently in the loaded scene. The arrows next to the object names indicate parented objects. At runtime, you will be able to see objects being dynamically added and destroyed in the hierarchy view. The project view is the repository of all your scene's assets. This includes textures, 3D assets, scripts, sound files, scenes, in other words, everything associated with your project. It mirrors the Assets folder in the project folder created on your machine. Once an asset has been added to the project, you must never move it around outside of the Unity editor. The Inspector view is where you will be able to adjust and view properties or parameters associated with game objects, scripts, scenes, or the project in general. Most changes made during play mode are only temporary, allowing you to experiment without the fear of losing your original settings. At the far left of the toolbar, you will find the navigation tools. The leftmost button deals with the scene view navigation, while the other three are for transforming objects in the scene. Several keyboard shortcuts can be used in conjunction with the mouse for scene navigation. The next set of buttons have to do with the coordinate systems and pivot points when transforming objects in the scene view. The play mode buttons allow you to go from edit mode to play mode so you can test your game and tweak parameters to fine-tune it. Once in play mode, the UI darkens to remind you that you are in play mode, and most changes made are temporary. The play button is toggled on and off as there is no stop button. The Layers drop-down allows you to select which objects are displayed in the scene view. The Layout drop-down, as we have already seen, allows you to change the UI layout using presets or manage custom layouts. The menu bar is where files are handled, projects and assets managed, game objects created and embellished, terrains created, and specialty features or views accessed. The Help menu will take you quickly to Unity's online help, user forum for general discussion, and other useful places. If you have a quick question that only requires a simple answer, try Unity's Answers. So there's your brief overview of the Unity layout. We'll be starting our own project in the next video.